High Gamer here to talk about One Piece Chapter 812, Capone Gang Beige. Now, this chapter is fairly simple. We just got some story movement for it. Nothing really wrong with it. Um, we did get a big surprise at the end, which I'll talk about later, but mostly this chapter was basic. So on the cover page, we got Genzo seeing Nami's bounty poster, picture, and he's rightfully upset in a pretty funny thing. I feel like I've seen it before. I think this may have happened when they did it in Nini's lobby, but I'm not sure. So at the beginning of the chapter, we see Peckham's, and we learn a bit more about Peckham's this chapter. And we learn that he's not this super badass, you know, I don't feel anything kind of dude. He still cares for his family. He still cares for his homeland. And he was upset when he he came back after all these years and he sees it just in ruin. He's wondering who did this? Did the Straw Hats do this? And when he sees that his family's okay, he starts crying and he's really sad about his country just going to ruin. And he does learn that the Straw Hats did protect his homeland, and he's willing to let the Straw Hats go now for it because he just cares that much about his family, and I feel like that's really cool and kind of humanizes a character that isn't human. So we also get a few interactions between the Minx, and curly brow the rest of the Straw Hats, and we figure out why I forgot her name. No, I still don't remember her name. Wanda and Nami switched clothes, and that's because it's just a ritual done by, or kind of a respect thing. I don't know. I can't really describe it. It's just they switched clothes because they it. Let me go back and see exactly what it says. So it's pretty much just a sign of respect, a show of camaraderie when visitors come. And we just learned about how they switch clothes, and we see Sanji being pervy, as always, showing his bestiality side as he rubs up against all the mink girls saying Garchu, Garchu, Garchu. And we see Chopper, Caesar, and I think Brooke is also helping deliver medicine and try to help the mink people get better. And that happens for a couple of pages. And then the mink, like I said earlier, Peckham's shows up with Capone at the village where Sanji and the rest of the minks took shelter. And they Peckham's is, bawling his eyes out, talking to his family, saying, "I'm so glad you guys are all right. I'm so glad." And Sanji is more worried about what's going to happen here. Is something bad going to happen? And he even considers pretty much just giving Caesar over to the rest of the Big Mom pirates, which was actually pretty funny. Caesar even tried to convince him not to by saying they're bros, and like Sanji was like, "When the hell did we become bros?" And that was pretty funny. Um, so Sanji takes the Big Mom pirates into the woods so they could have their conversation, and Peckham's, is ready, like I said earlier, to just let the Straw Hats go because of what they did for Zoe. And Capone doesn't take any of that shit and just straight up shoots Peckham's in the back because he thinks he's weak. He thinks he's not willing to get the job done. And that's interesting. I didn't know what Capone was like, but he seems to be a very serious, take no not really take no prisoners, but get the job done, do what we need to do, make sure everything is in order kind of person, kind of like a mafia person. And you don't work right, you get shot. That's how it works. So we also get the name of his devil fruit, we already knew what it would do from what we saw on Sabaody, and it's called the Castle fruit, but I would have liked it to be called the Fortress fruit. I don't know, it just seems like that seems like a better name to me. And we also get the name of his pirate crew, which was the Fire Tank Pirates. Also, I would have renamed it to the Mafia Pirates because that would have sounded cool. And so then Capone captures Nami and Chopper because they were worried about Brooke and Sanji. And Capone tries to make Caesar come out and say, hey, we have Sea Prism Stone shotguns, and if you don't come out, we're going to shoot the shit out of you. And Caesar falls for this bluff and falls to the ground. And Capone, in one of the funnier moments of the chapter, says, oh, well, thanks for coming out, but we didn't have any of those Sea Prism shotguns. And Caesar's like, you bastard! And Capone's like, but we do have a Sea Prism Stone spear. One Sea Prism Stone spear. And one of his crew members just stabs him with it for no reason. Well, to subdue him, but still. So finally, at the end of the chapter, we get Capone, Sanji, and the rest of the crew going into Capone's little castle inside of his body, and we get the big reveal of the chapter that is Sanji's getting married to a lady named, I have her name right here, Pudding of the Charlotte family. Charlotte? Charlotte family. And we also get Sanji's real name, which is Vinsmoke. Vinsmoke Sanji. And that's kind of cool. I like his name. It seems to me like if his name is Vinsmoke, then maybe, just maybe, he comes from a family of smokers, and maybe that's where he got the lighter because his lighter does look very different, very it's gold, first of all, it's gold, and it has a really interesting design that he may have got from his family, and that's why he A smokes a lot and B um, held on to it for so long because it's been a while, and we don't see him every other place getting a new lighter like Zoro with his swords, but Zoro didn't get too many swords. Um, I think that's about it on that chapter, but there's some other things I want to talk about, which is why we finally know why Luffy was just unconcerned with Sanji's disappearance in this chapter, because if he's just getting married, Luffy's probably like, oh, well, he's just getting married, no big deal, and and maybe Luffy thinks, oh, he'll come back too, maybe maybe if he does get married, if he has no choice, then I'm kind of wondering what will happen. Will the crew go get him? Will he come back to the crew? Will he stay with his new wife and family? And will he, uh, I don't know, just what will he do if he does get married? But I'm pretty sure he won't get married. I doubt it. He's not the kind of person who will just take shit. So, but he is gone right now, so we can assume that's where he went. And yeah, I'm also wondering what Sanji would be thinking at the last page because he looks shocked, and he looks shocked for one of two reasons. One, he thinks that, oh no, they finally know my secret. They finally know, the family I was trying to be avoiding all this time. Or, or he's thinking to himself, you mean I can finally sleep with somebody? And I don't know. So I think that's about it. Uh, Tell me, I'd like to hear other stuff about this chapter. If anyone thinks anything interesting or comes with new theories, I would like to hear it. And what do you think about what's going to happen to Sanji? So that's about it. I'll no, yeah, that's about it. I'll see you later.